Well, hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for Cancer for April 2023. And if this is the first time to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And if you are returning, you may notice a little difference in the delivery today. The spread is basically the same. I'm going to deal 8 cards telling me generally what's going on for you in April 2023, the general inquiry, but I'm also going to deal separate cards for your cards of advice. That's pretty much the only difference. I decided, well, I should be honest, I felt called to change it up a little bit at the beginning of April, so far it's worked out pretty good. Also want to thank you, Cancer, for your patience. I know this reading came out a little later than I usually have them available. I just got really behind on some things, and yours wasn't the only sign that came out late. So thank you again for your patience if you've been waiting. I also want to mention I will be opening up for individual readings in a couple weeks. So please check out the description box, not on this reading, but the next one. There'll be some information in there on how to arrange that if you're interested, okay? Oh, I guess we're going to take that one since it flew off onto my arm. That's a first. Let's see what's going on with you. Colorized Joker, Magician card as well. The Jack of Hearts, Jack of Diamonds, interesting. We got 2 on this draw. 6 of Spades, 10 of Clubs. Wow. Just let me take it in just for a second here. So, since I'm holding these 2, I'll go ahead and address the 6 of Spades. Does talk about that fate and destiny. So something has transpired for you that was part of your path. But it's also connected to this 10 of Clubs, which is about travel. It's also wrapping up some kind of major chapter. So that just tells me that something occurred that was part of your path, and now that chapter is closed. You might know what that pertains to in particular, but the only thing I'm seeing with the 10 of Clubs is it does pertain to some kind of travel. It could be symbolic. It could be traveling from one state of mind to another, or you could be physically traveling, but it's always for good reasons. There's a positive outcome with the 10 of Clubs, okay? But things are interestingly up in the air for you. Move back over there. There we go. With the Colorized Joker, it's just kind of an air of things being unsettled. So whatever closed out, I would suspect going forward, just things are maybe not etched in stone. You know what I mean? Like there's still things are still transforming and forming into a new chapter in your life, let's say. Not sure exactly what this is pertaining to. It's pretty vague. But I'm just getting the impression here of something you've been experiencing or you will be experiencing in April 2023. I also want to mention that the Colorized Joker also is the Magician card. So in traditional tarot, that Magician card can be... I tend to interpret it as the hand of the universe coming in and giving you a favor by working its magic, serendipitous events, bringing about elements or circumstances or influences seemingly from nowhere, but they're always positive. It's not like throwing a wrench in everything and screwing things up. It's more the other way, working things out for you. Now, with the Jack of Hearts, this could be you. This is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Or it could be just you having your heart open to the future. Because I tend to see that Joker card is looking to the future, especially with things being up in the air, right? You could be dealing with a younger water sign, though, if there's somebody around you like that, is what I'm trying to say. You could also be dealing with a younger earth sign. Interesting, huh? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This is also, let's say you don't have this water sign and this earth sign around you. This is you having your heart open with the Jack of Hearts. Now with the Jack of Diamonds, it would be a new experience with some kind of financial situation. It could be a windfall, although I haven't gotten very far to see if you've received some kind of, abundance that's just come into your life, which would be fantastic. But whatever the circumstances, there's something going on with your finances or your abundance that you're not very experienced with. It's just kind of that newness, unfamiliar territory. And look at that. You also got the Joker, the black and white Joker, and the Fool card. What did I say about not knowing about what the future holds? The Fool card is very much a reminder that we don't have a crystal ball and we don't know what's around the corner. And I like to also say in the same sentence, that sounds very anxiety provoking. Well, we don't know what's coming around the corner. I don't want you to look at it that way. Just it's just kind of a reality check. A humility check also, that we don't know the course of our life. We think we do. We think we have all this control, but in the grander scheme of things, we're always being thrown curveballs, right? So yeah, I guess don't have that firm idea that it's going to happen with all this, because there's a lot of up in the air energy, obviously, with both Jokers being out here on the reading today. Eight of Diamonds, you might be embarking on some kind of entrepreneurial pursuit. This is also a solo effort. Could pertain to income or finance, your work. It's about putting some kind of individual effort, time, and energy into something that's going to pay off. So that's a very positive step in that direction. Again, it may be a new income-making idea that you've put into action, let's say. Even if it's not a full-blown business, maybe it's a side gig. And the Jack of Diamonds is kind of that new experience of reaping the rewards from that. I think you're reaping the rewards from that. You're going to start to see that materialize if you haven't already. And it's going to be this new experience for you. Or you're already in that energy, of course. The Two of Hearts. This is about balance and harmony and some kind of close connection with somebody. Or it's the desire. If you're single, this is the desire to have that close connection with somebody. Could be kind of a backstory, honestly, because I haven't seen too much out here about emotional aspects or relationships. This kind of been about changes in your circumstances. I'm trying to summarize here. Sorry, it's been about. The reading seems to be about changes in your circumstances that have led to kind of a new chapter, of course, with that Ten of Clubs ending a chapter. There's always a new chapter. And you having your heart open to the future, I strongly feel that's the way that is. But there's also this element of you're not sure where things are headed, but I think it's all positive. And while I was saying that, I did draw this card. This is actually a new start. And I wasn't even basing it on this card, but I saw this come out and I'm like, yeah, there it is. There's the new start. Especially in terms of following your true desires, emphasized by the Ace of Hearts. You're not compromising your values. You're not compromising what you truly want. You're going for what you truly want. And it really could be in the direction of some significant relationship, for example, because I haven't seen a real clear idea of what this reading is, or this message is going to come out for you. Haven't seen like a solid work situation or a relationship situation or any other type of situation. So let's go ahead and ask for more cards. What else can you tell me about Cancer and their experience for April 2023, what they're going through? Well, you're going through a lot of personal growth. That's intriguing. Still doesn't tell me a whole lot about what's going on. And again, I want to mention these are general readings, but if it does resonate with you, you might know what this personal growth is about. You might be going, yeah, I have gone through a few lessons lately, and they have led to epiphanies, maturing on some level that you recognize. It's that kind of thing. It could be in any aspect, honestly, emotionally, physically, mentally, even spiritually. What else can you tell me about Cancer and their experience for April 2023? Four of Hearts, you are feeling very connected and supported in your home life. Be it family, friends, or if you are in a relationship, you're feeling things are very good there. Very solid. The fours talk about, I kind of see it as the four corners of your foundation being solid and holding everything up. That's your lifestyle. That's how you get along in the world. That's where you go to at the end of the day to recharge, right? And you also have an emphasis here with the Four of Spades that you're in some kind of stress relief. So I think I'm speaking to a Cancer who was in a stressful situation in the past, but it seems very light now. The energy that's come out here is very light. It just could be conveying a message around, the excitement of what the future holds for you. Too many cards. What else can you tell me about Cancer's situation, please? King of Clubs. Could be dealing with a mature or somebody in some kind of power and authority, at least in your eyes. If they're not in power and authority over you, they could just have this stature in life. This could be a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is a person who... I'm always trying to find the right words to encapsulate the King of Clubs. It's also true with the Queen of Clubs. And to an extent, the Jack of Clubs. They're very supportive and generous, but with the King, it's especially... you have this solid shoulder that you can lean on with the King of Clubs. There could be someone around you that's perhaps backing up the support in your home life. I mean, that could be you as well, especially if you have fire in your chart, Cancer. I tend to see that as representing, if it's not another fire sign around you, it's you taking control in some sense and being the support to others. Like, you're that rock for other people in general or somebody in particular. Which seems like you're doing very, very well. I'm going to ask for another card, though, before we go into advice, because I'm not seeing any trouble spots or red flags or things you might be grappling with right now, except just kind of open future. Maybe that's leaving you a little unnerved. Like I said, there's maybe a little bit of anxiety around that for you. Hence the purpose of this reading today. You are on some kind of new adventure. This is, again, a new start in the direction of learning new skills or gathering some new knowledge. I'll just throw it out there in terms of career, but I don't think we're talking about career in this sense, in this particular situation. It can mean like going off and getting some kind of certification so that you can move up in a career. But I'm not seeing that this reading has anything to do with that. It's just kind of an analogy, a description for you to use. So whatever hits you intuitively, with this new knowledge and whatever you're exploring right now, again, it ties in with the Ace of Hearts and you exploring something that really, really... I'm sensing that there's something you truly desire that to fulfill you. There's some kind of knowledge or experience that you... I don't know how to say it, but it's... I bet, yeah, that fits actually, that, thank you. That fits very well. So whatever personal growth you've gone through, it's inspired you. That's what I was trying to feel that out. It's inspired you to follow this new direction, in both senses, not only through your heart and what you truly desire, but learning something completely new. Wow, it seems like you're having a very, very light April, full of new experience, and all very, I just keep hearing the word light. You know, nothing heavy going on, which is, hey, that's great. That's great for a Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and look at cards of advice, because I feel like we're just going to keep going and going, and it's not going to tell me much more. Not in the 20 or 30 minutes that I have for the reading today, okay? Nine of Hearts. What did I say? Wish fulfillment. It's all about wish fulfillment for you. Fantastic journey you're on. Three of Spades. Okay, there's a little bit of trouble there. A couple more cards, then I'll go into it. Literally, they flipped over and they jumped out. Okay. One more, please, or two more. Cards of advice for Cancer. Okay, and the Seven of Diamonds. Interesting. So again, with the Nine of Hearts, you're on your path to some kind of wish fulfillment and completing some kind of deep desire that you might have had in your life for a while. One, maybe not, it hasn't been in your life, that's been the problem. But you're headed towards this completion with the Nine of Hearts, okay? But there is something that's stressing you out. This is the first indication I've had for you for April, Cancer. Stress and worry, being pulled into different directions. It may have to do, again, with some kind of other issue that's going on. It may not have to do with this pursuit of these new starts that we've discussed here, or the personal growth. Because in this position, very interesting mix. You got the Five of Hearts and the Two of Clubs. Now, the Five of Hearts talks about a physical separation. Perhaps there's... Ooh, okay. Okay, I just got it. That's not a perhaps. You need to discuss with someone, or perhaps, especially if you're just in a, an intimate relationship, it's just one person, or discuss with a group, like a small family unit. Maybe you live with roommates. Maybe you just need to take a sabbatical from your work. But the Two of Clubs is about some kind of communication that needs to occur, and the Five of Hearts is about a physical separation. It's like you need to get away for a while to figure out, I think, this new path you want to embark on. These didn't come out together, but do you see the connection I'm making? You need to figure out what you truly want and how you're going to go about doing it, and in acquiring the knowledge and experience that you need to fulfill that. Because that Five of Hearts is about some kind of physical separation, a change that needs to occur. And there needs to be communication about it. I don't think it's occurred, and I don't think you've talked about it. Maybe it hasn't even occurred to you. That just came up. It may not have even crossed your mind, but it's like just getting away. And I will mention the card of travel over here. I don't know if everyone has seen or read the book Eat, Pray, Love, but it's kind of reminding me of that. Like this woman goes off on this world journey to kind of discover herself and to get in touch with her spirituality. I know I'm summarizing it very simply. Perhaps you need to go on a journey like that. It doesn't have to be as extravagant as traveling around the world, especially if you don't have the money or the means to do that. Maybe just taking off a week. But very strong message with that Five of Hearts, Two of Clubs. And the Seven of Diamonds is very interesting because this is about avoiding unnecessary financial risks and taking gambles. So whatever you're doing or you're being advised to do here, it can't be too out of the box. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something with some, I don't know, some practicality around it. Because this would indicate to me, don't go too crazy. Don't do something so extreme that it's not going to turn out well for you. It's not going to be what you're looking for. The first thing that comes to mind, what's so popular these days is doing ayahuasca group trips where people drink, as they say, drink the medicine together and have these I don't know if they're even hallucinogenic experiences, but there's a combination of that and just kind of going on this spiritual journey, and especially if it's done right, I think they can be very therapeutic. But it would indicate to me, if you're thinking about doing something like that and it isn't well organized, because I have heard stories, just a little side note, that there's organizations that'll get together like, I don't know, enormous amounts of people, 50, 100 people at once. And that's not the kind of setting to do that kind of extreme inner work. I've done some reading on it because I was curious about it. I haven't done it myself. It just seems like the best advice is to do it with a small, intimate group and with somebody who's experienced, so that if you start to have real psychological encounters and issues, there's someone there who can help you. When you're in a group of 50 people, you don't get the one-on-one care. You see my point? So I feel like the Seven of Diamonds, and I'm not saying you're going to go off and do this ayahuasca trip, but if it's something along those lines of something extreme, be careful with that decision, okay? You also got the Two of Diamonds, so this tells me your finances are very balanced and in harmony, especially in some kind of relationship. So it doesn't appear to me the finances are an issue for you in April, Cancer, okay? Especially if you're going to take time away from work. It doesn't seem like you're going to suffer. Whoa, okay, that's the card. But you are going to realize something. Something's going to come to light. This is about hidden information coming to light. It could be just as simple as an epiphany. Something some kind of self-discovery that's going to occur. I don't think you're dealing with another person. I think this is all inner work. Because in some cases, this can be bad news about another person that you're living with or someone you're involved with. But interesting that came up in your advice. That I feel like that remains to be seen. It's not something that's been revealed yet necessarily. So be on the lookout for that. That would be my advice. Oh, too many cards. At least one more card of advice here for Cancer. Four of Diamonds. Yet again, you have this card showing me strong financial ground. This is that windfall card. I think I talked about that earlier. Yeah, with the Jack of Diamonds. You might be experiencing some new abundance in your life. Here it is. It just showed up. I was wondering if it was going to show that abundance, windfall, the windfall card. Again, there is a warning not to overspend, to be careful with it, along with that Seven of Diamonds. So very much makes sense that your finances are on balanced, steady ground here. It's possibly, it just occurred to me because I was looking at this just to kind of show you my process. The Four of Diamonds, the Two of Diamonds, talking about good finances, good financial karma there. With the Seven of Spades in the middle, something being revealed. You may have not gotten this windfall yet. This may be a surprise. And it doesn't have to mean a windfall in terms of huge amounts of money where you are set for life, and it doesn't mean that someone has to pass away and you've got an inheritance. It could be an unexpected source. Unexpected source. And it's going to feel like a bonus. It's going to feel like a windfall, a surprise. I feel like that's very strong, and I don't normally want to make predictions about like somebody winning the lottery. I would never do that. It's just not something I'm going to delve into, but there is some kind of unexpected windfall. I feel like if you don't already know about it, you're going to find out about it because it's going to become exposed, known in some manner. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to wrap it up there. Like I said, I think I tend to get these kind of readings from you. They're just kind of light. It's kind of that Cancer energy of kind of the watery, emotional, going in and out of different emotional rooms. If that makes sense, like a different, different feelings that you're going through and thoughts and, I don't know, phases you're going through. But there is definitely some kind of personal growth that's going on that would kind of explain why your readings, with me at least, have been kind of light and airy. Not real concrete. Like I don't see like a concrete issue going on here. But the only concrete thing I will mention again is you seem to need to communicate the need to at least get away temporarily. I don't necessarily see this as permanent separation. I didn't see that breakup card. That didn't come out. And it's not about ending a relationship. I don't think this is about a relationship. This is an inner journey that you've been experiencing probably over a period of time. And this is where you are in April 2023. Okay? Oh, and be careful of the extremes. Just to mention that again. Not sure what you're planning or what came to mind when I mentioned that. So it's pretty much up to you. You have free will. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I apologize again for being late for the month of April. Thank you for your patience. If you want to see when the next reading comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe notifications. And be sure to visit that description box in the coming weeks that will tell you about personal readings that will be available. Also, in the description box is a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page if you are in the mood to make a small donation to help support the channel. Always appreciate it, okay? I hope this helped. I hope it gave you some ideas and insights, and I will see you again soon, Cancer. Take care.